99.9 The Fan continues our coverage from ACC tip-off, getting men's basketball season started in the ACC. And we have Kevin Keatts, NC State head men's basketball coach, joining us now. Coach, preseason for basketball, some eyes still on football. I was on your Wikipedia page. Only lost one game as a high school quarterback.
I did.
One of the state's best back in Lynchburg, your home back in Virginia. If MJ Morris, he's taking over, if he came and asked you for some advice, could you slide him a little bit of like, hey, here's how I won all my games? Like, do you have any pearls of wisdom for him?
I got no wisdom for him because when it's good, I don't want the credit, and if something goes wrong in that situation, I don't. Man, what a really good, exciting quarterback that he's become, and yeah, I had a good time as a quarterback, but I tell you what, I learned really quick. Getting hit for free is not a good thing.
They say the contact makes a lot of basketball players, right?
That's right.
So let's transition to the basketball side of things. We saw DJ Burns walking around here. He's got the glasses. I mean, the more we get to know him, the more the personality shows and some of the dynamic personality comes out. How do you get that locked in and focused when it's time to lock in and focus and he's just enjoying life so much?
Well, I think it's part of his growing process. And what I mean is I talked to Perry Clark, who longtime basketball coach, and Perry remember seeing DJ when he was really young and he was shy. And I just think you're seeing a guy who's oozing with confidence and both on and off the court. I've said this several times a day that one day he may be the mayor of Raleigh. He's fun to be around. He's exciting. He's a different, unique type of basketball than what today is used to. And I think all of that comes down to his confidence.
When you say he's different and unique type of basketball, what do you mean by that?
Well, I think most of guys today are so obsessed with being three-point shooters, where you got him, who I don't think he took one last year, who's a rare throwback, back to the basket guy who can really score.
We're talking with Kevin Keatts, NC State head men's basketball coach. Are you watching film from like 2005 to say how are we gonna run our offense with a traditional good touch, soft touch, big guy back to the basket style scorer?
Well, the funny thing is like it's games where he's gonna lead us in assist. If you ever watch him, he doesn't catch the ball in the paint like you want to. He likes to catch it off the block and maneuver, and then if you try to trap him, he'll make the great pass. But he's in a unique situation because I don't know that I've ever had a guy that catches at the three-point line and then wills his way into a post move.
From the extended elbow. Is that difficult for the transfers? We've talked to you in the past about the amount of transfers you're bringing in. Obviously, a lot of success over the last couple of years getting the program kick-started and 7 more this year. Is there an adjustment period to playing around a big guy like that?
Well, it is. It's because it's unique. Everybody's coming from a different program. Everybody's coming from a different type of coach. And so you have to adjust the way he plays. And I think it's important that our guys, and listen, most of our guys, we got to work on post feeding because a lot of guys are not used to doing that. Most of the big guys you play with are pick and pop guys. And so in his situation, you got to really work on faking a pass, making a pass, getting the ball in the post.
See, that's what I'm talking about. I feel like, we're the two old guys yelling at clouds going like, the youth don't know how to post entry. We need to get it on the wing. We need to play some 2-man game, right? It's a throwback. Do you sense maybe other teams are like, if our guys don't know how to post entry, they darn sure don't know how to defend the post entry pass. Like, do you catch them kind of off guard?
Yeah, it's so different because I'm telling you, you're so used to all schemes are against pick and pop guys. And so when you throw the ball inside, now we've got a few good ones in our league, and it's probably across the country, maybe 6 to 7 back to the basket guys, which the reason why they're so special is because there's not a lot of them, and it's really tough to guard those guys.
We're talking with Kevin Keatts, head men's basketball coach, NC State Wolfpack. When you're bringing in the transfers, right, it seems like it would be nearly impossible. I have it written down here. You have Middlebrooks from Clemson, Horn from Arizona State, O'Connell from Stanford, Diarra from Mizzou, Taylor from Butler, Rice from Kansas. How do you track the entire country for guys that would fit into what you're trying to do here in Raleigh?
Well, we look at it in a few different ways. Number one, we got to find out guys who really want to be here. If you don't want to be here, then certainly you're not going to be successful when you get here. We look for guys who can fit into our academic and social culture, where we don't want guys to be struggling off the court. And then we look for guys who we feel like can fit into our system, and also guys that we need to fill into some, positions that we lost.
What can you learn from you brought up DJ Burns being a transfer, but Morcell, Jarkel Joyner, you've had a lot of success recently with integrating those guys very quickly. Are you better at it now than you were 3 years ago?
Well, I don't want to keep getting better because it's tough. I wish we didn't have as many, but I like our group. Now, I had a once in a generational point guard last year, Jarkel Joyner, not because just of his play, but I don't know that we get any type of leadership that, like, he was a throwback leader. He was great for a locker room. He did all of the good things. And so, trying to find guys and trying not to compare your transfers to, the ones that you had last year is the toughest thing. And I find myself sometimes, talking about Jaquavion and talking about Jarkel, and I know my team gets sick of that a little bit, but they were so unique. And so, I want to get to the point where we don't have to take 7, where we can take 5 or 3. I know that's the world that we're in, but 7 is a lot.
Who is stepping up into that leadership role?
Well, I just think it's got to come from Casey Morcell and also DJ Burns right now until other guys start feeling comfortable.
Coach, we appreciate you for taking the time, and good luck this season.
Thank you.
Once again, that is Kevin Keatts, NC State head men's basketball coach.